I'm live. Hello. Not that anyone is here yet, but you know, hello. So, I was thinking that I was going to talk about, well, BTS obviously, but also anything in general. So, I will need you to ask questions about Taekook, about BTS, about J-Hope, about anything really. I don't care. I just want to answer questions. Hi. Hi. So, whatever you have to say or ask, do. Um, I'm just making some. I'm actually making a Taekook bracelet, which is quite fun. So, that's what I'm doing. So, do you have any questions for me? Can you hear me also? What is with this light? I don't know how to. I don't know. Kind of like this? I don't know. Maybe like this. Let's see if I can. Hello, let's see. Maybe oh, like that. Whatever. Whatever. It's that kind of a day. Yesterday was crazy. Yes, I can hear you. Great, you can hear me. Yesterday was very crazy. It was so also unnecessary crazy in one way. I kind of if we talk about Taekook, the whole thing with him, with Taeyang and Jennie, it's just so ridiculous, and I can't even it's so weird. And also, I mean, there was Yoongi's concert, which I stayed up watching, which was incredible. But the thing with Taekook and this incident with this, what I would cosplayer or whatever, I wrote about it on my Patreon, but it's so. Okay, here's the thing. One thing. If it was Taeyang and Jennie going out in the town or whatever, holding hands, it would be literally no big deal because they can be friends. They're allowed to, Taeyang is allowed to hang out with other people than Jungkook. And also, it obviously wasn't Taeyang. That's the crazy part. You could see it in the way he was walking, in the way, just, of course, the physical appearance, height or whatever. It clearly wasn't Taeyang. So it just, I mean, I'm so confused to why, it was such an unnecessary rumor that just, I mean, so strange. It was so insane. It literally was so strange. And also this with people doubting Taekook, I'm also so tired of, because yes, you're, yeah, of course you can doubt Taekook in the beginning, where when you're starting to get to know them, or when you're trying to make up your mind. Yes, I understand that you doubt them and you're wondering, but at some point you kind of you need to decide, you need to make up your mind. You can't go around doubting Taekook every time there's a rumor. It's not and also for your own sake, for your own health, it must be tired doubting Taekook all the time. I would not be able to, deal with that. So yeah, yesterday was crazy, if that's what you're referring to. Or did I miss something else? I feel like that was enough, but also I saw something, but this was today. I saw it with Young Cook getting like new death threats, like more people. I saw that because exactly. Thank you. Like it was so surrealistic, and I actually took screenshots of comments, which I was going to post later, that I just found so entertaining. And like people were like, there was those people that were like, I'm an army, but I don't ship them, but like I'm happy for them. And I'm like, how? When I don't like I actually don't understand. I kind of want to talk to a Yenny. I don't know how to Tani shipper, just to like understand how they think about it, because like I don't understand, like I literally don't understand. Like it's so like, and like you said here, like people are like sob comments having to accept this, and I'm like, I'm literally nothing has happened, like nothing is has changed with Taekook since like yesterday, or like I mean it's so, I mean, just very strange, very strange, very very strange. But some people like, I feel like a lot of armies and just also in general so-called Taekook like shippers, not supporters, are like just kind of like believing everything they see on social media, and they're like everything is true. So if like, I mean, yeah, about Jungkook, I, so here's the thing. I saw this might just be a rumor, I don't know. I didn't fact check it, but apparently according to like someone else's like information, I'm not saying this is correct, but someone told like said that Namjoon stans had found like the IP address of someone that had like threatened to come to Jungkook's house, and she was like in Indonesia, so it was just like a fake threat. But then there had been a Sesang who had gotten Jungkook's address and gone to his house, but he wasn't there. So she was like so upset, and she had tried to contact another Sesang to get information of where he was at that time. Hi, and get information of where he was at that time, so she could go to that place. And I'm like, I don't like. I, of course, all of this can be like rumors again. I don't know, but just, oh, like no. I'm just so sick. Like, why are they like? Why? Who is the person that wakes up in the morning and like, I'm gonna go to Jungkook's house? Like, what are you thinking then? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what are you trying to? Are you trying to scare him? Do you want to like marry him? Do you want to be friends with him? Do you want to like? Do you actually want to kill him? Or like, what is it that you want to do? Like, I don't understand. Yes, it is gross behavior. It's gross, and at some point, I also feel kind of bad for them, because there must be something um wrong with them. Like, I feel like they need, you know, care, like healthcare, like they need to go see like a psychiatrist or something, because it can't be healthy. So I do hope that if they're like these kind of people, that there is someone in their like surroundings that can be what like, you know, help them. Have you heard about the Jean story, the one about the nurse? No, I haven't. Tell me, what is this story? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I haven't. I've been out of it like for a week or so, because I've had food poisoning. So tell me, tell me, tell me. I want to know. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Comment down below. That rhymed. I'm going to drink some water while you write. Also, it's the new moon tomorrow. Fun fact. There was a nurse that injected him without supervision and without permission in the military. What? How? What? There was a nurse wait. There was a nurse that injected him without supervision and without permission in the military. That seriously? No. But how could they? What do we know what the injection was? Like, is he okay? Is he okay? Like, is that like confirmed? Like, is it? But like, how could? And this is what bothers me. Like, they found out. Well, I'm happy they did that, but poor Jin, he must have not known if it was like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like, what? But is he like? Do we know if he's okay? I'm not sure because it's a new story. I hope he's okay. I hope it was one of those not important injections, like, you could have like IV with like vitamins or something. He's okay. Okay. But still, that's more sick than like that's another level. Like that's like seeing a movie with like a stalker. It was during his oh, so it was a while back. But that no. See, this is what I was afraid. Like where he could not move his arm. This is what I was afraid of with them going into the military. This is exactly what I have been worried about with them being put into risks that is just so. Oh, but that like, but did she get like? Was it a she or he? Did the nurse get like what's it called? Repercussions, like consequences? Some people just abuse of their power. And that's what really bothers me. People who have power in whatever way it may be, who just like takes advantage of it to just like it was. Do you remember? I don't know. It was. I think it was around when they were going to the White House. It was recently found out. Okay. So maybe they haven't said anything about it because they didn't want to like. They wanted to make sure he was okay, maybe. I don't think was aware of the situation. I hate this. I hate this. But I think it was one thing that was when they were going to the White House. Is it last year or last year again? I'm so lost in. No, it must have been last year again, right? Anyways, he was he I don't think he was aware of the situation. Poor Jin, like why? This is like I like. I hate this, and this just makes me so freaking mad, because there's nothing. Yeah, Jin wasn't aware of the situation, right? Because this just makes me so sad, because there's nothing we can do to protect them. Like I wish I could just like be in the military and standing like beside them and like, who are you and what's your purpose going close to them? But like, there had been one, I think it was Taekook, who had been to the doctor's office, and a doctor had taken a photo of Jungkook at like the hospital. And this is also like, I I understand that pictures are leaked, if Namjoon goes to a restaurant. Like, I get it, they're famous, and I think that they, like, they know. But when it is in these like private gatherings or situations, it's so. And also, this with Jin is sick, like sick. Like that should, like that person must face like prison. Like that's abuse. Like that is like, depending on, of course, the injection, but it's still assault. Like that's kind of like, let's see, I might have to double check the situation, because I could have read something about the nurse having a couple of unnecessary supervision moments with him besides that one time. But I hope that is even worse if it went on longer, like if it happened like repeatedly, or that this nurse was going like, that this nurse was in his presence repeatedly. That's worse. That's so much worse. I hate this. This is why I didn't want him to go to the military. Well, okay, there was a lot of reasons, but that's one of them. Like, imagine that happened. Like, I mean, what if that injection would, you said like the arm, he couldn't move his arm. I mean, what happened? Oh, it was just a ad on the TV. But like, no, I didn't like that. Like, I didn't. No, nope. I like a medical one. Oh, so she had like moments, other repeated medical moments with him that wasn't like supervised or like, you know, real. But it might be the reason why he must have been sensitive. Ah, it can be. That makes sense. I saw pictures. I can't do two things at the same time. Drinking and trying to think and talk at the same time. But I saw pictures with Hobie from the military. And it hurts. It hurts seeing them so vulnerable and knowing that, like, there's something we can, like, I'm sorry my family is snoring in the background, you know? But, like, because it's the middle of the night, so, it is what it is. But it just, there's nothing we can do, and that's the worst part. No, no, it's not. The worst part is that it happens, of course. But like, no, but it's okay, babe. You can exit the live. Like, it's okay. It's okay, babe. I'll be here. I'll be here. I can talk to myself, and I'm going to try to publish it as a video after, so it's okay. Don't feel forced to be here. Exit the live if you want. Well, what was I going to say? I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, I said something about Hope in the military. So, I saw pictures of him in the military, working, like, doing, like, training, and I I understand that it's not the end of the world, and I understand that it's not like terrible fate to have, but at the same time, I feel like there is not a single reason why they need to go through this. Because honestly, wait, my family is snoring. I'm sorry. But what was I going to say? You see, I'm quite advanced talking, thinking, making jewelry at the same time. Advanced, I know. But what was I going to say? I don't remember. I kind of want to light a candle. Shall I light a candle? I want more water, but that means I need to go out to the kitchen and get more water. You hear my problem? Let's start with lighting a candle. Something like that. Oh, did you see? It got lighter. I know my girlfriend is a witch. Okay, send you the story, but it's your inbox. But wait, I have my. Maybe I can do two things at the same time. Let's check. I have my tablet here, so maybe I can check it at the same time, right? Let's see. I've seen it. I will check it. So I will read it out loud for those who will watch afterwards. Jin was given vacation, a second dose, and the nurse who administered it had no permission to go to the 5th division, where Jin is, but apparently she just wanted to get close to him, and basically she gave unauthorized vaccine to him. This is violation of military law, but the military hasn't taken any action up until now. They have put Jin and his health and safety in danger. Apparently he experienced some negative side effects. The video was taken during completion ceremony on January 18th. It was 2 days after the trainee got vaccinated, and you can see Jin is moving his arm uncomfortably, probably due to the vaccine. I really hope they do something about it. The nurse should go to jail for that. She literally violated a law. It could end really bad. They should monitor that and take care of him and other soldiers better. This is sick. This is like I get sick to my stomach. And it's not like this is not just a violation of military law. This is like a violation of all law, every law there is. Like it's. I mean, I'm not a what's it called? A educated lawyer, but I'm pretty sure this breaks against every law there is. Like it's a violation of privacy, it's assault, it's abuse, it's. I mean, I don't know the technical terms. I feel bad for him. I do as well, and the thought that this is probably not the only person in there that might take advantage of their power makes it even more sick. And also, I hope they revoke her silence. Definitely, she need to lose her silence, but license, And also just go to jail. Like, honestly, it's that bad because she could have killed him. Like, it could. I know I'm dramatic, but like, that's what could have happened. I mean, wonder. I wonder if that's why he was so, as you said. Wonder if that was why Jin was so sensitive and just very caring about how Hobie had it. I'm wondering if that might have something to do with it. Should we do it's true he could have been allergic. Yes, he could. He could have been allergic. That's true. Should we do a reading on how he's doing right now? Because I got kind of nervous. I'm going to do a reading, so I'm just going to move my stuff around. I didn't come very far, but like I came a bit. Let's see. Which deck should we have? Should we have? Let's take this one. I'm back. Let's do a reading. Because I got kind of nervous, so I want to just check. Let's see how he's doing. Should we do how he's... Let's do just like... I feel like he's probably panicking once they told him about the situation. Yes, I think so too, because I think he's more scared of the fact that it could happen than it did happen. Like, if this could happen, then what could happen next? Like, what is the next thing that the security or anything? What is the next step? Like, what's next? Kind of like, even though maybe this didn't end badly, the next thing can end badly. I'm going to do a general reading on him, just to see. General reading. How are you doing? Okay. So, his general emotions right now is kind of like, it's very conflicted. Like, it's so basically right now with Jin, he's feeling kind of like, you know, when you're just so done with everything, like you can't, like, you're just like, no, I can't deal anymore. That's kind of what has been, and he is trying to think about the situation, like what he's doing right now, with a more loving approach to it all. But it's kind of difficult because the reason why it's difficult is because there's a lot of things happening, and at the same time, he wants to be in control and he wants to be the one that decides over his emotions, but at the same time, he kind of has to let go and have faith, which he doesn't want to, because there's a lot of things that are happening, and there actually is sickness visible here. So in this general reading, I would say that he is doing, like, he isn't doing that bad, but at the same time, there's a lot of things on his mind that he is worried about, and I feel like, let's draw our clarification card. Okay, so like he wants to be the one that decides for himself what is going to happen to him, and with what we talked earlier about this, with someone literally assaulting him, abusing him, and like injecting him with vaccine, that is not something that he decided or like could like take control over. So right now he wants to be in charge, and he wants to have like supervision of what's happening, and he also wants to help others emotionally, probably worried about being forgotten. Yeah, there is this feeling of wanting to reach out in this, and feeling like moving away and moving past, and there is kind of like going from point A to point B, and there he is struggling with leaving what has been to what will be, and I think that's reasonable while being in the military, to have trouble to help his members in ways that he wants to help them when he has like limited resources. At the same time, he wants to evolve and grow himself in the military and expand within that, but also the feeling like he is moving further and further away from what has been, and like you said, probably worried about being forgotten. And there's just so much emotions and thoughts. Like this is like, I'm so sorry for the snoring, but there's so much emotions going on right now here within all of this that is kind of insane. And the emotions and his like feelings are kind of weighing his mental state down. So a message from the universe, you know, his spirit guides, would be to know that he is guided and know that everything happens for a reason. But that's easier said than done. Like, it's easy for the universe to say that. Like, here's a lot of infinite symbols. Like, I think I'm actually going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 3 infinite symbols, and that's a lot. And if you look at this card, the King of Cups, this is who he actually like the snoring. Your family member sounds relaxed. I hate the snoring, but maybe that's because I live with it. But I'm not better. I snore as well. But um this is who he wants to, like, can you focus? I'm going to do like Jung does. Whatever. This is who he wants to be. He wants to have this energy. He wants to share his love with everyone. But oh, this is where he is. He is at a place of tiredness and a place of just feeling done, and also sickness is here. Yes, like you can see all of the things just attacking him from everywhere, and he wants to take control. He wants to take control and decide what's going to happen with him and his life for himself. And this we can see here as well. He wants to be able to decide, but he's not a place for that. He is in a place of just having to let go and, let's see, move on. You see, you have the bird flying through infinity within this heart. Like, it's a lot of symbolism. Like, there's this person standing behind the heart, like kind of almost holding the heart, and there is this bird flying towards infinity, and that's kind of, what's going on. At the same time, he's tired. He's in the darkness. He's feeling done, and he needs to kind of find the balance between what he can do and what he cannot do, the bad things and the good things. Like, that's kind of like, I love that he's a Sagittarius. They are such loving individuals, but they are always themselves. I can see him befriending everyone because he's never anything but himself. So I believe that he could. Yeah. Yeah, and that's true, because with Sagittarius, they are very open and very friendly, that he could be in control, but sadly not too much in the military. Exactly, and that's the thing with Sagittarius. In Swedish, Sagittarius is called like skytten, who is kind of like the shooter. So you, like the archer, so you shoot your arrow, and it lands where it's supposed to be, and that's kind of the thing with Sagittarius, that they have this goal in their head, and that's what happens. Like, when they say something is going to happen, it happens. That's it. But in the military, he is restricted. He is like he cannot move in the way he wants to, and he is a sometimes too polite person. So it works both. It's a good, thing to have within you, but in situations like this where he cannot control it, it doesn't always work in his favor, and he just wants to take care of everyone, but he can't because he needs to take care of himself, but he can't. Sadly. So there's like a lot of bad things with this. I hate this night. No, I don't actually. I love it. But it's like, I don't know how to have it correctly. I might have a Sagittarius, so I'm very happy. It reminds me of Jean. I am a Capricorn, and they are challenging to be Capricorns because we love being in control and they are so different. It's amazing that you will have a Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. They are so passionate. Like Sagittarius people are so passionate but still chill. Like they're passionate without being like, "Oh, okay, we get it." Like, you know, they're amazing. But he's a Sagittarius, but he's an introvert. And that says a lot. And also, if you know about my MBTI analysis on each member, he is I believe was Page of Swords. And I actually wrote a fanfic story about Yin. That's my favorite fanfic. I read it myself, actually, which I usually don't, but I really like it. So I guess that was what the universe wanted to tell us. They're not afraid of being ridiculous in front of people. No, they're not, and they are crazy, but they're the good crazy. There's like the bad crazy, which is like toxic crazy, but they're the crazy that like I like crazy. I mean, I think that do I have a friend that's a Sagittarius? Honestly, I don't have much friends because I usually don't like people. So my friends I usually avoid. But I don't think I have many Sagittarius in my life. I don't. I have a lot of Capricorns, a lot of Virgos, and a lot of Scorpios. Which is like not a good mix. But I love Sagittarius people. I really do. Yeah, I love it as well. I love Sagittarius. I usually vibe really well with Sagittarius people. Until we no longer speak the same language, because when we do, what I love about Sagittarius people is that they're so strange. In a good, like in a good way. Like, they're with children. You sometimes like I've worked with children, so like I know, but some children are so strange, and you're just like, huh, like how does this work? Like you can't understand. But then there's those children that is strange, and you're like, you're so funny. Libras are always attracted to me. I have tons of them as friends. That explains why I like you. Because I'm a Libra and I like you. So that explains it. But honestly, Libras are hard to handle because we cannot like, and also it depends if you're a September Libra or an October Libra, because I was supposed to be born as a Scorpio. I know, but I was a Libra because I was born too early. But Libras are complex. Like we're like when you first meet us, we're like kind of easygoing, like we're kind of chill. But when you get to know us, people are like, why are you like this? Like what makes you be like this? Like, which I understand because we're very strange. But also like all signs are very strange. Like every sign is strange, honestly. So like there's no discrimination here. We love all signs. Except maybe some. But yeah. I'm going to just cleanse the... Wow, I love Libras. They are a little tough because they love too hard and they are stubborn. We are. And the main thing about my Libra is that I cannot decide. When I'm going to decide something, it takes time. And that's really hard for a lot of people to deal with. Like, I have honestly had a meltdown in the store because I didn't know what bag of chips I wanted to buy. I started crying. I heard You see, Scorpios are sex goddesses. They're really good at sex, but another star sign that is like more perverted than Scorpios are Aquarius. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that Libras are very sensual, very, more femme fatale, whereas Scorpios are very sexy. But Aquarius, they're another story. And like, let's just say this: Hobie is an Aquarius. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. But like, what was I going to say? True about not being able to decide, but it's a little funny to me because they open asking for opinions. I always ask for opinions. I'm like, Mom, do you think I want the red? Do you think I want the red plate or the blue plate? And she's like, you probably want the blue plate. And I'll be like, but what if I want the red plate though? And she's like, take the red plate. But what if I change my mind and I regret it and I want the red plate from the beginning? Yes, Job is kinky. He's the kinkiest. Like him, like honestly, I'm going to analyze this sometime in the podcast, but don't come for me. It's okay if you disagree. J-Hope and Jungkook are borderline sex addicts. I'm going to explain it later, but trust me, that's how it is. But and also with Libras, we feel every emotion way too strong. So when we love, but when we're sad. So like, catch me on a day when I'm happy, and you'll be like, she's on drugs. And catch me on a day when I'm sad, like, oh my god, that's so true about still not able to decide even other after the opinion, but it's funny and cute. I mean, it can be funny and cute, but like, my family is kind of sick of me because my brother always says, I don't want to go to the store with you because you can't decide and we will be there forever because you will stand at the shelf and wondering what you're going to have. And I have to call my mom because I can't decide. And then I like, what? And I always say like, what would Namjoon do? Which bag of grapes would Namjoon pick? And like, Namjoon has said that he is the most perverted member. He is in one way, but one that I think is more than Namjoon. Jin. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I think Namjoon is the most perverted, as people expect people to be in mainstream media. Like people expect perverted men, like the members to be like, they watch porn, they do this and that. And I think Namjoon is definitely that person. That's good. Oh, you meant JK. Namjoon has said that he is the most perverted member, JK. Be right back. Okay. But what was I going to say? Don't even remember. Should I go take some water? Should I go get some water? I'm going to go get some water. I'll be back. I'll be back. Guess who's back? Back again. Let's see. I'm just going to fix my clothes. We don't need to flash anyone. It's not that kind of a live stream. Not yet, at least. No, like, as it... Anyways. Where was I? Yeah, I was going to cleanse the deck. Maybe I should publish that later with Toby. Jag är fortfarande live. Can you hear the difference between my English and my Swedish? Like, this is literally my my English, you know, I sound like I do. But then when I switch to Swedish, då pratar jag så här, och det blir en helt annan grej. Alltså, och så blir det så, nu pratar jag helt plötsligt mycket mer grov skånska, vilket gör det ännu mer konstigare. But then I switched to English and this is my voice. But I was thinking, maybe when we were talking about Hobie being a pervert, because he is, maybe I should post that again. That what's it called? I did this analysis on a Run BTS episode, and Hobie had, you know, pyong, as I call it. Good morning from South Korea. Oh my god, you're in South Korea. That's amazing. How are you having, like, how is it? How is South Korea? Tell me now. How are you doing? Babe, how are you doing? Tell me. We're here talking about how pervert Hobie is, and how Taekook and Hobie are the biggest sex addicts in the group. So, you know, that's what's going on. But I did this analysis on Hobie where his penis was, had made an appearance. And it was quite an interesting analysis. So maybe I should publish this. I have published it, but maybe I should publish, like, post the pictures from the analysis. I don't know. You see, doing two things at the same time, breathing and drinking. That's like too much. I want to fix the light. I want to have it like, but my eyes look totally different. They look like snake eyes, but then they don't. What's my eye color? I really want to know. People always say you have, like, what is it called? Melerade, like merled eyes. But I don't want that. Oh wait, what's this? Oh. How about this? Maybe. I don't know. It's not working. I think I want to do this. I'm back. Hi. We're back again. I've just been talking about Hobie's erection, so this maybe that's better. Honestly, not a change. But I'm going to put back the tarot deck. Or I can do that afterwards, because maybe I will use it again. Oh, I think so as well. I think that Taeyang appreciates Jungkook being central. Here's the thing. I think that both Taeyang and Jungkook appreciates sex equally. I think they both find it as a both very romantic and emotional thing, but I think that Taeyang can go longer. Like, he has more stamina, like he can go longer without sex. But Jungkook needs to have it more often, just because that's how they're like built. Which is like, okay, people are built differently. I don't know how to have this. Like, maybe I should have it like this, but I don't. Should honestly just have it like that, or like that. Like that. I don't know at this point. No, but the thing is, I am a firm believer that J-Hope is the biggest. I think he actually is a sex addict in the group, and I feel like people have misconception about addicts, that it's always really negative, which of course is not something positive, but most people in society are addicted to something. So, like, not to make it like better, but I just think that's it. And I don't know, that's just what I think, honestly. I remembered I really should post that picture from that analysis. I don't think I have it on my tablet though. Honestly, I think JK initiated a sex life when they were younger. My gut feels it. Here's the thing. I think that Jungkook was more proactive with sexual things, like against Taeyang, without realizing it was sexual. Like, I feel like they were so not, like, their bodies were more aware of, like, up here, so that when they were cuddling, they were kind of like, we're just cuddling. But then, I mean, it was more than they were thinking. I agree, Jeho shows it in his confidence and openness, yes. And there has been moments where we have seen his erection, and I've done analysis on some parts of it. So it is kind of obvious. One, I am planning an exciting project for the podcast, but that moment isn't going to come until much later. So maybe I shouldn't say it now, because then I'm like teasing and it will take a while. Yeah, I'm going to wait with saying that. But yes, I agree. This was a strange live. I usually don't go live. But I wanted to go live on TikTok, but I can't because I didn't have enough followers. But I'm happy going live here. I just wanted to talk to you. And I'm happy we're here. Very happy. I didn't come very far with my necklace or my bracelet. This is a part of a fun project. I can tease. Oh. I can show this one, and this one. This is actually part of a project that I'm working on. I don't know if you can see very well, but like kind of exciting. So that's what I'm doing. Oh my god, I put the plastic on the bag. What's that? The living room fish in the microwave. I closed the door. What door? The door to the microwave. What is wrong with you? I feel at GK because he was exploring his sexuality and he always had a technology guy. Yeah, I agree. And also, I feel like therefore he was more experienced in his sexual mindset of what he desired and wanted to feel. I feel like Tian didn't really explore his sexuality until much later because he didn't think of it as sexuality in that way, whereas I feel like, you know, it feels like more that Taekook wanted to put a name on it more, kind of. J-Hope is so beautiful, like that's why he attracts people. Cute, yeah, I mean, he's just an angel. I'm going to analyze also, I'm saying this about everything, but you know the TikTok that Hobie made? Not Hobie, Jimin made? It actually has to do with Hobie, I think, because he sings, the angel song, and he is looking at the sunset, sun going away, and who has left for the military? Our sunshine, Jimin's sunshine. Just saying. I look so strange on this camera. This is not, or maybe this is what I look like. Maybe I'm just deranged. I don't know. I feel like I look strange. And my hair is like... It's like... Anyways. It's not a fashion or beauty live. It's a BTS live. I'm feeling like I might get... Like I'm overly tired. So maybe I should go to bed. But honestly, who am I kidding? Because if I turn it off now, I probably won't go to bed. I'd probably just be doing more bracelets and watching BTS videos on TikTok. To be honest. I think so, yeah. Honestly, I know you love J-Hope, but Yoongi and Jimin always throw me off. But here's the thing. Yoongi and Jimin isn't fake. So, how should I explain this? Nowadays, Jimin and Hobie is in a relationship, but Hobie, Jimin, and Yoongi have been in a relationship. What's the story? But is there so much favoritism and flirting with these two? Because they have been intimate. Like, okay, let me break it down. I'm just going to take it. Here's the thing. We start around 2013. We have Yoongi, we have Jin, and we have Namjoon. Namjoon took responsibility over Taeyang. Jin took responsibility over Taekook. Jimin and Hobie did not need as much guidance as Taekook needed, so Yoongi took those two. What happened was, in the beginning, Yoongi Jimin and Hobie needed a physical release in different ways, and they were all very close and they were happy with that, and they were intimate, all three of them, with or without each other, back and forth, all three of them. I've been waiting for this for so long, thank God. So they were all intimate. Okay. Then time went on, and J-Hope and Jimin became roommates, and they were not roommates with Yoongi. So their relationship started to evolve in a more emotional way than they did with Yoongi. But they kept having their sexual relationship, all three of them. Then around I want to say Bon Voyage 1, but Bon Voyage 2, kind of like around there, they started to Yoongi started to be more occupied with work and didn't have the time to be as involved in their physical relationship. It still happened every now and once and again, but Jimin and Hobie did it more frequently, whereas Yoongi did it sometimes here and there, but went on. And at some point, Yoongi's feelings for Hobie and Jimin started to become more protective and taking care of them, whereas Jimin and Hobie started to develop love feelings for each other. And then when it really happened, when Hobie and Jimin started to go for their relationship, was in 2019 during the break. That was the last break where Jimin was allowed to be with other people. Then they were going to be just them. Because during this process, during all these years with both, like all three of them being in a mixed match together, Jimin had been the one who had most frequently been intimate with people outside of the three of them. With strangers, like with people all over the world, one night stands. But as Jimin and Hobie's emotions started to become more loving in a romantic way, that, like last vacation, that month was kind of the last one for Jimin. After that, it was serious. And if you look at, this is actually what I'm planning. The project is an analysis on all the Bon Voyage episodes. But in Bon Voyage 4, you will see that J-Hope and Jimin is very, very clingy in a insane way. And this, you can see sometimes that Yoongi feels left out in general when watching Jimin and Hobie, but that is because he misses having that kind of relationship, but not necessarily with them. So that's why the chemistry, electricity, the romance, the love, the sexual connection is still with all three of them. Is that what Jimin meant by J-Hope inspires him to be loyal in the boat letter? So, that boat letter. don't even get me started on that one, because that during that period, I won't say too much, but Jimin was doing some stuff during that period that wasn't very appreciated by J-Hope. And you will see in some episodes and some moments over the years in general where Jimin is shaking. And I cannot say too much because I will get cancelled and I will, but Jimin was having trouble with different kind of addictions. And honestly, here's the thing. For a long time, Jimin felt bad for the way he was acting towards J-Hope. But when their relationship got more serious around 2021, where J-Hope went through a meltdown, Hobie realized how he had been treating Jimin, which made him think like, how could Jimin ever want to be with me again? Because there's so much infected stuff that has happened, and that's what I mean with that their relationship is still new, because they're still figuring so much out. And so when people say Yoonmin is real, I have so much trouble saying no, they're not, like, because they aren't in a relationship now, but the loving and sexual connection is there, because it doesn't disappear. Like, if you have an ex and you meet that ex, there is going to be sparks, because you have at some point in life been connected, and that, like, your souls has been connected, and that can't be like that's just what it is. But Hobie and Jimin evolved into another type of relationship, because Yoongi didn't want that kind of relationship at that time. And there is, I'm not to get, I have a lot of stuff to talk about, but there is one interviewer who interviewed the members so they're still healing. Yes, Jimin and Hobie have decided that it's them, it's the two of them, but there is still so much they have made each other go through that they're still kind of needing to heal. And in the soup too, when they were sitting and J-Hope was sitting, and I don't know, were to play a game, I don't know, I don't remember, but you see Yoongi made these kind of like little snacks, like crackers with like some stuff on it, and the way Yoongi looked at them was just like, I'm happy you guys found each other. That's how he looked at them, because he isn't interested in a relationship with them in the same way. I totally get it about the sexual connection. It's just lost sometimes. Isn't it to a Libra? It would be very Libra of Jimin. Yes, and that's how it is. And that has been one of the main issues with Hobie and Jimin's relationship, because during all the years where they have been developing feelings for each other, despite Hobie being a much more sexual and generally sexual person, he has kept it to himself more, whereas Jimin has been with so many more people, and and that has been difficult, and it hasn't. And the reason why it has been difficult is because they haven't been able to have the time to evaluate what kind of relationship they wanted to have. So for a very long time, their relationship was kind of open. So Jimin could basically do it with anyone, which led to kind of not good things for their relationship, because that's not what Hobie wanted, and in some ways it wasn't what Jimin wanted either, but it just was what was happening. And Yoongi, there is this interviewer, a woman, a girl, who have interviewed the members, and I saw this interview, and the way, right, I'm glad to know this story from you, because it would always throw me off how Tae would always cheat Yumin more, but maybe he's worried that Yoongi is lonely or knows something. That very, very well, but also Taeyang have not approved of Jimin and J-Hope's relationship for a very long time, because of the fact that it was an open relationship. Because Taeyang is a very old school guy. He is a very traditional man. He is almost, and I'm saying almost because he is not, but he's like almost the man that, wait until you're married to have sex, that kind of man. He's a very traditional family man. And Jimin and J-Hope's relationship was based on a very sexual relationship, where they also were with other people, which kind of Tiang just couldn't, like, it wasn't his vibe. And you will see that in, you remember when they're super young, when they're doing this, anniversary, like Festa Radio, or what it was, and Jimin and Hobie is going to take a drink, and they're having they have one glass each, and they twist their arms and drink. The look Taeyang gives them is just ew. Because that was what he was feeling, because he couldn't understand how they could be with more people than one. And it is true that what you said about Yunmin, because Yoongi has, in especially Hawaii, Yoongi was very lonely, and you can see this on some moments. And there is one moment when they're at the waterfalls, where Yoongi is going closer to Hobie, but Hobie just kind of backs off, and that's not who Hobie is in reality. But because their relationship was so unaffected, and Yoongi had taken kind of a step back, it was hard for them to figure out how their relationship was going to look like. Libras are very romantic, so that's why they are at the end of the day partner people. Yeah, he's cringing Lou. Yeah, yeah. So that's also, and so when I usually say that there's Taekook, there's Namjoon, and then there's the rest of them. But Jimin, Hobie, and Yoongi started as a sexual, emotional relationship, and then it evolved to J-Hope having a romantic relationship, whereas Yoongi was not interested. So there's a lot of stuff to it, and the thing is, I had, when we got the announcement last year, or was it last year? I don't even remember what year it is, but when they were going for a break, I was like, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe I will have time to analyze all the things I want to do. But it hasn't been a quiet minute. Like, there isn't a day where nothing happens. So, like, I'm like, weren't you supposed to be on a break? Like, how am I supposed to be able to keep up? He's a Pisces, so that's why a Capricorn is tradition like him. They're similar in a way how they view. Yeah, exactly. And also, I feel like Taeyang is the only one who has been able to get close to Yoongi when he has said no. Because when Taeyang approaches Yoongi and Yoongi is like no, Taeyang is the only one that doesn't care. Like if Yoongi is laying in a bed and he's like, no, I don't want to, Taeyang is the only one that ignores it and goes. Yeah, I understand that. Sorry, man, cringing on the part where Taeyang. Yeah, exactly. He was, and he was really cringing. He was like he was like he didn't vibe with that. He did not. He did not like that. But so that is actually the project I have started working on because I want to analyze all the Bon Voyage series because a lot of stuff happened there. You know, my Swedish is coming into play, but there is a lot of stuff that has happened in those that shows their relationship. So yeah, there's a lot to be said. A lot to be said. So yes, when people say that Yumi is true, I'm like, I mean, like, I don't disagree, but I don't agree. Like, what can I say? It's so complex and it's so hard to explain because my dream is to write a book from like 2013 to like present and like continue on with just like every step of the way. And I've started to doing like an overview with each year. Like, oh, topic, I have the feeling that Gene has always. Oh, really? I have the feeling that Jin has always had a one-sided love for Tae, and that's why GK feels a little threatened by him. I've actually never thought about that. What I think is with Tae-jin, they don't like each other. I know how it sounds. They love each other, but they don't like each other. Because I feel like both of them are competing over Taekook. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to express myself on that without saying something wrong. I don't know how to say it without saying something wrong. I've probably said so many dumb stuff that like isn't politically correct here, but like it's a Thursday night. What can you expect? As if a Thursday night would be like a excuse to say bad things. Like, come on. Off topic. I have actually never thought about that. So that was interesting. I have never seen it like that. I have to check, but I haven't. It was interesting. I'm going to check. Yeah. And also, there's a lot of people talking about Namjoon, and like, that's another story for another day. Like, I can't, like, I think JK is like his son. Like Jin's son? Yeah. I agree. If that's what you mean. Because I agree. Jin is like Jungkook is like Jin's son. Taeyang is like Namjoon's son. And that's why Yoongi took the other two. think Tae and Jin are so much closer than people think. I think so as well, but with them, I feel like when I say that they don't like each other, I mean like they don't like each other, but they love each other, and I don't know how. Jin has always expressed that they talk always on the phone. Yeah, and I think that's true. Like, and I feel like they will literally, and all the members would do this, but like they will literally kill for each other, and they are so. I feel like with Taejin, they can mess with each other, but other people can't mess with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of like that. Yeah. But this right here is what I love. That okay, everyone has such different views. Not that this was very different, but like I love discussing this type of things. Whenever Tay mentioned that he was JK in Exit Live after he said he loved him. Yes. But I think like that's more. I've always thought about that, like that they're competing over Jungkook's attention, and not like that Jin wants Jungkook's love attention, but I feel like often they compete over Jungkook in a way that kind of like I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know, my brain isn't working anymore. Like it's checked out. I don't know. I'm happy you know what I mean. Because I feel like I don't make myself clear. Like I feel like I'm just like talking so much crap over here, like no one will understand, but I'm so happy you do. Which okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm happy you did understand. Because I was like, I didn't know if I made myself clear. Yeah. But it's interesting because there's so many like of course all of them have one relationship together, like all 7 of them, but then with every member individually, for example with Jimin and Namjoon, their friendship is a friendship that I often think is very underrated. Explain is very, it's totally cool. But I just feel so bad at like I feel like I don't it doesn't make sense. But I feel with Jimin and Namjoon, for example, I feel like their relationship is very underrated. Their friendship, because it feels like Jimin is the only one who sees Namjoon. Because Namjoon often has to take this role as, he's the leader and he can't really show emotions and act like the others. And I feel like especially in Bon Voyage in New Zealand, Bon Voyage 4, when they were sitting like next to the lake and Namjoon was kind of stressed because he had to finish this song. Jimin was the one that was there, and Namjoon kind of like let his guard down for Jimin. And during the years, I think we can see a lot of small moments between Namjoon and Jimin that is really like, I feel like their relationship doesn't get as much, airtime as it should. Like, there's a lot of underrated relationships. I mean, also with Hobie and Taeyang, for example, I feel like their friendship is also really underrated. I think so. Yeah. So cool. Like and this is what I do, why I do what I do. Because like I cannot stop analyzing. Like I can't even it's gone to the point where I start to analyze like news shows. Like when I see stuff that isn't BTS and I start analyzing it. I saw like a game show with my family, and the people like in the jury or whatever in the panel. I started to analyze like, oh, those person they don't like each other, and oh, like it's messed up. I think that Jimin sees Namjoon through Jeho's eyes. They probably talk about Namjoon together. I think so as well. I think so as well. And also with Jimin especially. So I need to take some more water before it starts because I'm going on another rant. Let's see. If my poor brothers wake up now, they will think I'm crazy. So, I'm just going to sit. So, when they come back to the hotel rooms, all of the members, when they used to do that after performing or whatever, it usually started with Jin, Jimin, and Jungkook drinking. And when often Jungkook left earliest to go to Taeyang, and then when Jin got tired and didn't want to, he was done, and Jimin wasn't. Jimin would first go to J-Hope, and J-Hope really values his alone time and needs to like meditate and go like through the day for himself. So if he wanted to do that, Jimin would go to Yoongi and then Namjoon, and if not, they were interested, he would like attack Taekook, which he did one time when they did, when they were really young and they did like this hide and seek. And it was so cute because Taekook had been laying in this like tiny bed listening to classical music, and Jimin had just like barged in like, hello, I'm going to play. It was so fun. Let's see. My favorite Namjoon relationship is Tae and him because Namjoon gets stressed by him, but because he wants to protect him like a son. Unlike Jungkook, he is the youngest but knows he can look after himself. Unlike Tae. Yes. Often, something that I often can get not upset by, but age is not always appropriate to a person's maturity level. So I have worked with children and adults with different kinds of diagnoses and a bunch of different things, and I have people in my family and everything, and I know that age is not a sure indicator of how mature you are. And when Taekook came to Seoul, Taeyang wasn't much older than Jungkook, mature-wise. Even though Jimin and Taeyang was the same age, Jimin was so much older, mature-wise speaking. And I think this is because they have had very different upbringings, and honestly, people just mature in different like speeds. Like that's natural, that's normal. Like it's like with women, people get their periods in different ages. It can be like 10 years between one woman and another. Like there is differences between everyone, and I feel like often people, I feel like especially Taeyang has had to been treated older than he was inside of himself, which has led Namjoon to be very protective of him. And I feel like there is a lot of, for example, there is this moment where Taeyang is so cute and he talks about how he had come into the room in the middle of the night and Namjoon were sleeping and he had laid down in bed next to him and Namjoon had said, "Oh, you're here," and he grabbed his hand and he didn't let go. And Taeyang was like, Namjoon was so funny and cute who did that. But Namjoon doing that was because he wanted to keep him there and have check on him. That's the thing. And I know that this is very frowned upon to say. And I know just because I am educated in this and I have diplomas and a actual working title within this. Should I say it or not? Tiang has autism. There, I said it. Which people I don't think always realize, because people think that having autism is like Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory, like people need to chill. That's not the case. It can be, but it's not the case. And sometimes it shows more than other times, and honestly, everyone in the group has some kind of diagnosis. I'm not going to go into all of them now because again I will be cancelled. I have said too much, but I'm going to say that sooner or later. But yeah, I feel like because JK grew up so fast, he hated Tay at the beginning because he had to learn how to love and enjoy his. Wait. I feel like because Jungkook grew so fast, he hated Tay at the beginning because he had to learn how to love and enjoy his youth again. I don't understand. Maybe I'm tired. Do you mean that Jungkook was jealous at Tiang? I don't understand. I'm so sorry, babe. I don't understand. Was like Jungkook, I feel like he does things very similar to me, but it's so amazing how smart they are. Yeah. I feel like my brain has stopped working. What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm so sorry. I feel like he does. Like Jungkook was too serious. So that Jungkook was so serious and he hated that Taeyang was so immature. Okay, I think I know what you mean. I think she's got it. If I understand correctly, you mean that Jungkook came to Seoul to pursue his career, while Taeyang came there out of an accident, and Jungkook couldn't understand how someone could be there and not take it seriously. But then when he saw what kind of person Taeyang was, it changed. Am I right? Thanks. I'm happy you think so as well. I think both Tae and Yoongi are autistic. I can say all their... No, I can't say them. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Now I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Jungkook had a hard time understanding how Taeyang didn't take it seriously, because Jungkook, this was like, he had made up his mind. He was going to be a singer and he had to succeed, whereas Taeyang just like went with the flow, and it must have been difficult for Jungkook to like, how can he just chill? Like, how can he just come here by accident and just be like, oh, this is going to happen, and it's like not take it seriously. I think so as well. I think that was okay. Thanks. Now, I'm sorry I didn't understand it from the beginning. As I said, it's not working today. But so yeah, I agree. I think it was hard for Jungkook to understand how, not that he maybe like had something against Taeyang, just that maybe like he just didn't understand why he was there, like kind of like not wasting his time, but like, why are people here if they're not like actually passionate about it? Also, JK, I think he's also autistic. Yeah, I think so as well. I feel like all of them have autistic patterns about them. And honestly, most people in society are autistic in some ways or another. So yeah, I think so as well. I think that, here's the thing. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, and then I will get cancelled or not. Yoongi, Taeyang, autism. Jungkook, J-Hope, ADHD. Jimin has genetic addiction. There's like, you can have like genes that makes you more prone to get addictions. And then I'm not going to say genes now, because it's really sensitive, because it has with his upbringing and his childhood, so I will not talk about that now, out of respect. And honestly, Namjoon, he's like, I don't know, he's just too intelligent, like he has something else. Like I don't know. But yeah, and also I think J-Hope and Jungkook has dyslexia, which is very obvious. I think Jungkook and Obi has dyslexia. Again, take it from someone who has worked with people that have it. I'm glad that you're honest. We need it. I have to be honest, because first of all, I can't lie. I hate lying, because I'm also autistic. But I'm happy you appreciate my honesty. But yeah, so I think that J-Hope and Jungkook are autistic. Taeyang and Yoongi. No. J-Hope, Jungkook, ADHD, dyslexia. Yoongi and Taeyang autistic. And Jimin prone to addictions. And I'm not going to say genes, because that's sensitive, and I feel like I need to express myself in a good way, because it's kind of sensitive. But yeah, I feel like Jimin has a praise king. He does. He has a praise king at the same time as he wants to be punished. Kind of. He wants to be degraded and praised at the same time, which is kind of like fascinating. Lol, I have it too. I know. Yeah, because you have dyslexia, right? Yeah. I honestly, like, I never had a problem with people who have dyslexia, but also all my people in my closeness have something. Like, everyone in my family has either ADHD, autism, anything, and my friends have, all of them have something. So like, I'm just so used, and I've always worked with people who have different kind of things. So I'm like, just for me, it's not like, if I meet someone that hasn't gotten anything, like, I think that's not normal. Like, you don't have anything. Like, for me that is very unusual. Like, I don't know. But yeah, and I also think it's such a like bad stigma around it, like it's something bad, because that is why I don't want to say it, because people think it's something bad, but at the same time I want to say it because Jehovah loves punishment too. Yeah, but Jehovah loves to punish. I think Jehovah loves to punish Jimin, because like I remember when Namjoon was like, "Ooh, Jehovah is going to punish Jimin," you know. And how many times have we not seen Jehovah hit Jimin? Like, it's a disturbing amount of times, honestly. It's a disturbing amount of times. It's getting too hot in here because of me. I was kidding. That was so bad. That was so bad. I accidentally told someone. This was terrible. I told someone. I I was like, yeah, you should go and get. That person told me, I'm going to go get some beauty sleep, and I was like, yeah, you could need it, and I felt so bad because I didn't mean it. I mean, I didn't mean it, but like. At this point, I don't even know, like. Oh. Should we end it here so I can go grab some new water? I think I'm going to end it here. I'm so thankful that you have been here talking with me. I love you so much. It's been so much fun. I think I have to do this more often. Having lives here. Like, this was really fun. It's funny how they treat Tae as a furry. But he is a furry. He is, and he's like such like he has like such weird. I just that's a discussion for the next live. They're each member's kinks. Like, remind me next time I am going live that is what we're going to talk about. But I'm going to go now, because it is, what's the clock? It's 2 a.m. It's okay. Words can come out without thinking, lol. Yeah, but sometimes it does. It does too often with me, but I hope people understand. I really am nice. Like, I am a nice person. I don't mean, like, I really, I am nice. I am a nice person. Even though it may not always seem like it. But I am, I promise. I'm so happy I had fun too. This was so fun. I'm going to do it again. But goodbye. I love you. Sleep tight. Good morning. Whatever. Bye. Let's see, I'm going to end it as well, which is like, how do I end it? Oh, I'm not sure. Bye.